호그와트 레고시 6일차인가? 와, 나 이거 언제 깰 수 있을까? 재부팅이 답은 아닌 것 같은데. 모르겠네. 그러니까 지금 계속 끊기네요. 저는 여러분 몰래 세스트라를 교배시켰죠. 볼까? 잘 교배가 됐나? 계속 끊기면 뭐 오늘은 그만해야지. 아직 16분이나 남았네. 그리고 저 집 조금 저의 비밀의 방을 조금 바꿨습니다. 이것저것 사와가지고 조금 꾸몄다기보다는 이제 효율성적으로 바꿨어요. 여기 마법약도 두 개짜리로 바꿨고, 여기 이거 냄비가 좀 징그러워. 발 달렸어. 근데 이 깡충깡충 냄비라고 해서 이렇게 설치해두면은 랜덤으로 물약을 제조해준다고 하더라고요. 그래서 3개 설치했고요. 여기는 밭, 중형 화분, 이거 다 보라색으로 바꿨고, 여기는 이제 소형 화분 5개짜리. 계속 끊겨서 살려달라고 하는 거야? 치즈기 계속 끊겨? 곤란하네. 낮에 변신교실이랑 가야겠다. 힘낮 아닌가? 변신교실 가야지. 아니 왜 끊기는 거야?
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating. Making owls beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
OBS는 계속 끊기나요? OBS래. 치직은 계속 끊기나요? 저는 이제 끊긴다는 표시가 안 떠요. 제 게임 화면에 가려져서 안 뜨나 보네. 정말.
Beautifully done.
오늘은 유튜브로 보십시오.
And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
Revelio.
그렇죠. 변신 마법이 어딨어? 이거야? 오.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide.
오늘
Of course,
인턴십을
the
날
guide isn't the
힘들게
only
하는
measure of
걸까?
success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your
근데
meetings
치즈틱이
with Professor
끊기면
Black's
다
house
튕겨?
elf and exploration of various
방을
caves
다시
down by
들어와야
the
돼?
lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can, in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork
그냥
and field
깜깜한
guide
곳에
are
갇혔다고
designed to educate you
생각해주세요.
thoroughly. It'll be the end of the
어차피
year
여러분
in
저
no
이거 하면
time,
잠들
and you'll want to
거잖아요.
be well prepared for your OWLs.
문제가 없다
I'll
이
provide a
말이야.
final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available. Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
아 공지 아주 잘 쓰네.
Since I listened to
짱이에요.
Felcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest,
짱이에요.
and I'll explain.
아우
My
고맙습니다
plan with the
직업
helmet
덕분.
failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember Armide mentioning something about gobbledygook.
매우 징그러워. 보자 고블린어를 할 수 있는 아이. 아밋부터 만나야겠고.
Revelio.
아밋이 누구였더라? 기억이 안 나네.
Hello there.
아하.
Hello, Armide. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Serona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Serona trusts him, then I feel much better.
난민 왔는가?
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me. being self-taught and all.
그래도 포기하지 않고
Lodgok is waiting.
유튜브로
Shall we go?
Of
뭔가
course. I just
우회해서
want to
보러
check
온
the
것 같아.
pronunciation of a
웃기다.
couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
광산 근처. 어디야? 진짜 웃기다 이거 되게.
What are you up to now? I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Revelio.
아, 이 퀘스트 뭐야 저기. 이 공 어떻게 쓰는 건데? 아, 멀린 퀘스트는 이게 어렵더라. 어떻게 내려가지 이거를? 못 내릴 텐데? 아, 이렇게 먹으면 되겠구나. 아, 이 공을 어떻게 굴리는 걸까요? 공 어디 갔지? 아, 여기 있다. 안 되네.
Wingardium Leviosa.
그래서 그래도 안 되나? 자. 아닌가?
Descender.
아닌가?
Revelio.
이 공을 어떻게 하는 걸까? 모르겠으니 그만두자. 흥이다.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're
오늘
here.
치질이 상태가 안 좋습니다요.
Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with
안
the helmet
끊기게
of Earthbot
보시려면
did not
유튜브로
have the
보십시오.
effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblin Kind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's
아니
journals.
진짜 치질이 왜
They
이러는
described
거임?
repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned
아니
to
렉이
build
걸릴
for
거면
a group
유튜브도
of
같이 걸려야
witches
되는
and
거
wizards.
아니야? 이해가
What do you
안 가.
mean, repositories?
Large, magically
유튜브는
fortified
광고도 안 뜰 거
receptacles
아니야.
crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me
프리미엄
locate the
쓰면.
repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals.
아닌가?
Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
그치 프리미엄
That is
안
where
뜨려.
we
아,
began our
유튜브가
search.
훨씬 좋네
Why does
그러면.
Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. but
Here
he...
comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you
그래도
because I
나름
cannot
돌려
risk
말한 거 아니야?
anyone reporting my presence to
너는
Ranrock. All you
말하기보다는
need to do
읽기를
is
더
not
잘한다고 내가
be
믿을게
seen.
이러면서
Either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return.
네, 여러분 진짜
I
죄송한데
shall
저
see
화장실
you
좀
soon.
갔다 올게요. 너무 급하게 왔음. 금방 옴. 휴. 뭐야, 길이 왜 이래?
The door is looking at us.
좋았어. 뭐야, 왜 못 들어가?
Revelio. Deposo. Accio. Descendo. Wingardium Leviosa.
어후. 뭐얌? 열어줘.
Accio. Confringo.
부셔버리기 전에.
Glacius.
열어.
We need to break its line of sight somehow.
눈에 시선을 피해. 아, 눈이 있었네. 어머머머.
Clever.
Lumos.
가보자고.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
아니, 이 게임은 거미가 너무 많이 나와. 그게 한 가지 단점이야.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a
이
device.
자식 시끄럽네. 가만히 좀
Impressive
조용히 좀 해.
workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
너는 고블린어를 읽기만 하면 돼. 알겠어, 친구? 조용히 해. 말은 나만 할 거니까.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
고블린 소리.
We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
쭉 가자.
Revelio.
딱 보물은 없어.
Watch your step round here.
아, 다 잡아도 될 것 같은데. 왜냐면 나 개쎄니까.
Ranrock is sure to appreciate the extra work we're doing. What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Accio.
Fire!
Oh shit.
Your spells glanced off of me.
휴, 놀래라.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. Accio. We're being watched by a door.
I'll be quiet. feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
놀러 왔나 이 자식이.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
위에 있네.
You will regret.
나는 여기서 뭘 이거 해라 저거 해라 단 하나도 안 하네. 호호호.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
여기로 못 들어갔어 왜? 템좌. 아, 돈 많이 써가지고 돈 필요해.
Revelio.
뭐야 내려왔잖아. 뭐야 내려왔잖아. 나 왜 돌아가는 거야? 왜 이렇게 불길한 소리가 나지? 아, 저기도 길이 있는데.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me.
What's that? Who's there?
Postponing the inevitable! Let's get this over with. Coming back this way.
저 크루스의 맛이 들려버렸어.
Was that your best?
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler.
친구야
This
미안하다.
place is more complex than I had expected.
그래도 이 녀석 잘 싸우네.
Confringo.
나주와 엉망은 아니야.
Revelio.
I wonder if the boiler powers the lever. I suspect it must. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
여기가 엄청 큰 고블린 광산이구만. 어디로 갈 수 있는 거지?
Revelio.
오, 저 뒤에 뭐 많다.
Devil's snare.
멀쩡스러운가?
Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
뭐야 뭐야?
Not an entanglement we need.
아이 뭐야 이거구나. 아이 젠장.
Lumos.
Lumos!
아, 저 악마의 풀이 닿으면 아프구나. 처음 닿아봤네. 그냥 가도 되나? 고블린 많은데? 투명하고 가자. 나 투명한 거야? 안 한 거 같은데?
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
곰바르다로 빨간통 폭발. 폭발.
Bombarda.
I was right not to be worried. Can't handle a little altercation. Let's get this over with. I won't rest.
에라이. 또 뭐가 있어?
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet. Revelio. Revelio!
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? Finger! This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. Revelio.
저 위는 내가 한 개도 못 해. 아, 저런 길이야? 까는데? 성광이도
I
할
need
줄
a moment to
아는구나.
catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Revelio.
뭔가 상자들이 있는데 먹고 싶은데. 에이, 나가. 아, 여기가 아니야.
Alohomora.
끝이야?
Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
그러면은 어디지? 타고 가는 게 맞나? 아닌데? 버튼이 없는데? 아하, 이게 나가는 거구나. 길이 안 헤어져. 아니, 고블린들은 뭘 캘라고 저렇게 큰 드릴을 만드는 거지? 상자 원래 나도 다 까야지 약간 직성 풀리는 양반인데 아우
Can we
길이
please
어려워서
talk about
못하겠어.
what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day.
이라는 겁쟁이 녀석.
For a
네가
lifetime,
그러고도
perhaps.
마법사야?
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further
아이엠이
ado,
인정이야.
adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her.
감동받았나 봐.
She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
아, 미리암. 나 지금 미리암 어디서 들었나 했네.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Anna's getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
세바스찬 조금 귀찮네. 포피를 만난 다음에 세바스찬 만나면 되겠다.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you were doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
포피는 닌자가 아니라 수색자야.
Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I
탐정이 더
suspect
어울릴
it's how
듯.
the poachers found her to begin with.
추적자
They likely
이런 거.
camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how
녀석
easy it is to think like a
탐정이 어울릴 것
poacher.
같은데.
Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she
할 수
might take it
있을까?
as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us.
날아갔어?
She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
저 뛰어오는 건 뭐지? 토끼인가? 무서운데? 가도 돼 저렇게?
What I wouldn't give to be a Telekizer. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
아 뭐야 저거? 잡종견이잖아. 아 귀찮은데.
I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
뭐야 이거? 어디 있어 스미씨? 네가 버로네오에서 우리랑 합류한 줄 알았는데 네가 격투장에 대한 희망 품고 있다. 오.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other.
편지를 읽을 수 없게 됐다.
Revelio. Reparo.
Fantastic.
나 뭘 고칠 생각 없었는데 고쳐버렸네.
Revelio.
난 리벨리오를 하고 싶었을 뿐 다리까지 고쳤네.
That's it. There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
빨리 움직여야겠구나.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
Good thinking, but she'd still be able to smell you. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Revelio. Watch your step.
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a grapple.
그래?
Or just raring for a fight.
그렇구나. 겨울이라 눈이 많이 와서 여기가 풍경이 좀 바뀌었어. 왜? 나 투명만 하고 있었는데 왜? 싸워야 되냐? 제발. 아니라고 말해.
Well, there's no turning back now.
어떻게 가? 아따 모르겠다. 어떻게 가? 어? 아.
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make
와우,
sure we know it.
어떡하지?
Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the
아, 모르겠다.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me.
응, 나
I don't suppose
약
you
개
listen to
많아.
reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past.
먹으면서 뛰어. 마라톤 한다고 생각해.
She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
거머리 집은 놓칠 수 없지. 휴, 이제 좀 안전한가? 아니 포션도 많은데
There's the
뭐.
nest. We're almost there.
호호호호 무섭지가 않다 이 말이야.
Why is every bridge here broken?
Reparo.
근데 나는 포션 마시면서 그냥 두다다 달렸지만 원래는 어떻게 가야
Now,
하는
if we
걸까?
just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much
진짜
fuss.
용을 죽이지 않게 해주세요. 귀찮단 말이에요. 키울 것 생각도 없고요. 갖다 준 거잖아, 진짜 제발. 불 쏠 것 같은데. 아닌가? 어? 숨어서 가는 거였어. 오, 다행이다.
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
근데 처음에 우리 죽이려고 했는데
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it. And we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
불러보고 싶지도 않아.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntel Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the
아니
castle.
드래곤이랑 왜
Understandable.
싸우는데?
We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
Unless what?
they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
누구한테 보복한다는 거지? 근데 생각보다 안 아파서
I've been so blind.
후훗. 어디로 가는 거야? 끝난 건가? 끝났나 보네. 그래, 템 좀 팔고 가자. 인벤을 비워야겠어요.
Revelio.
마법사 옷가게? 나 이걸 안 했었어? 처음 가보나? 그럴 리가
All
없네.
out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
왜 이렇게 좋은 거 파는 거야, 이 사람? 71? 74?
You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise.
85. 이거 좋은데?
You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise.
오. 이거 모자는 좀 낄만한데? 잠깐만. 머리를 바꿔서 그런가 모자가 조금 아닌가? 모자가 조금 낄만해졌는데? 혹시 없는 게 제일 나은 걸까? 이걸로 하겠어. 오랜만에 한번 껴보자. 헬멧 싫어요. 돈이 왜 없냐면 그걸 샀기 때문이지. 온갖 그 비밀의 방을 꾸밀 수 있는 걸로 좀 샀습니다. 그랬더니 돈이 없네요. 77. 이거 훨씬 좋잖아. 공격력이 좋지. 84. 84가 제일 높네. 이거 사.
You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise.
꼬라지가 왜 이러지? 꼬리 왜 이래? 대충 이렇게 입혀. 할머니는 아니지 않아? 더 이상 살 수 없군.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
최신 유행이요. 그게 무슨 갑옷이 로보요. 되게 멀리 있네.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
아, 모자
You're
진짜
here.
에바네.
Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
부패한 커다란 방 뒤에 공간이 놓인 뒤집힌 석관 사이에서 이상한 모양의 유물을 발견했던 것이다. 유물의 힘을
I'll be
알아차렸다고?
interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
아,
I'm
그래?
sure that
유튜버가 더
foul
좋아.
smell is the scent
오늘은
of
유튜브가
success.
좋아. 아, 근데 여러분
Try not to
유튜버
lose your nerve
좋겠지.
just yet.
채찍 안 본 사람 많아서. 뭐야? 아, 거미.
Confringo!
Confringo!
Crucio! Confringo! At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. The
Revelio.
rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
그냥 가도 되나? 이거 열어야 되나?
Confringo! Accio! Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
아니 상자한테 아 상시 크루시오는 뭐야?
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
짤때기는 조각상 얻었어. 나는 크루시오가 좋긴 한데 세지가 않아 크루시오가.
Revelio.
이게 뭐야?
Accio.
가기 싫은데. 저쪽도 가야 돼. 헉, 거기 짱 많아. 잠깐 저기 좀 갔다 오자.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones.
Accio. Wingardium. Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Accio.
여기가 유물 찾는 거기구나. 저쪽에 가야 뭘 더 먹을 수 있는 거구나.
Leviosa. Accio.
아즈카바.
Confringo. Bombarda. Crucio. Glacius. Accio. Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. There's something here by the altar.
바보같이 보고서의 유물 이야기를 꺼내는 바람에 원래 위치에 되돌려 놓으라는 말을 듣고 말았다. 하지만 규칙 준수보다 연구가 더 중요한 법이다. 이 유물에서 뭔가 비범함이 느껴진다. 유럽 갈첩나무 지팡이의 선택을 받은 자들은 뒷감력이 탁월하다고 한다. 난 그 말을 믿는다. 그러므로 아무도 보지 않는 사이에 행동을 개시했다. 유물을 숨겨놓기 위해 2개의 바리케이드를 만들어냈다. 선조들에게 죄송한 일이지만 이분들의 뼈를 열쇠로 사용했다. 끼야! 유물을 다시 가져다 놓을 생각이지만 그 전에 다음 과제인 임페리우스 저주부터 공부할 준비를 해야 한다. 이 주문은 저에게 큰 피해를 준다고 한다. 나 임페리우스를 배워야겠어.
Wingardium Leviosa.
뭐야? 뭐 부셔주는 소리 나는데? 뭐지?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or, in this case, no bone. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come. Here. Wingardium Leviosa.
어서오세요 선배님들.
Revelio.
이걸로 또 다리를 만들겠지. 아닌가? 아니 근데 부셔야 되잖아. 이거 갖고 와야 되나? 라바. 이리 와보세요 선배님들. 오. 더 필요한가 보네. 아까 위에다 내가 뼈놓고 오지 않았나? 가시죠 여기로. 갔나? 갔나? 어? 모자라? 이제 열려야 되는 거 아니야? 모자란가 보네 뼈가.
Revelio.
저기 있군. 뭐 저거 괜히 위에다 갖고 올라갔네. 저거 가져오면 되지 않을까? 아치가 거의 완성이 됐던데.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
다 열린 거였구나. 오씨.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
얘는 위험한 저수를 어떻게 이렇게 다 알아?
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Revelio.
어딘데? 아 미치.
Stupefy.
끝인가? 아씨 잘못 눌러서 이걸 먹어버렸네. 먹어도 되긴 한데. 투명 물약이었나? 아 이거구나. 이거를 쓸까? 아니 앵페리온 그렇게 필요할 것 같진 않은데 여기서 왠지 써야 될 것 같기도 하고. 혹시 뭐라니 올려줄까?
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How great is it?
I try. This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
그래? 나 몰랐는데? 아, 이 모양이랑 저 모양. 동그라미가 저거다. 네?
That worked. Keep going.
뭐지? 없어졌네? 아, 그다음에 이거 동글뱅이 2개랑 저거랑 밀렸다.
Wingardium Leviosa.
비켜 임마. 그다음 분이야. 저거 이거랑 뭐 하나가 없 여기 있다. 아이씨 뭐야?
Bombarda. Crucio.
진짜 습관상 그러시.
Confringo.
아니 뼈를 달라고 임마. 뼈를 안 주고 뼈가 모자란데? 아 이 모양 다시 해야 되네.
Confringo. Accio.
이거랑 요거랑
Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Bombarda. Tego. Stupefy. Confringo. Crucio. Glacius. Stupefy. Confringo. Bombarda. Tego. Stupefy. Glacius.
아이씨
Confringo. Stupefy.
아이
Crucio.
여족장 베네무스?
Confringo. Bombarda.
아우
Glacius. Confringo. Crucio. Glacius. Confringo. Tego. Bombarda. Stupefy. Glacius. Confringo. Glacius. Crucio. Bombarda. Confringo. For a moment there, I thought...
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
이거 레깅 버그인가 보네. 이 저주가 안 없어져. 씨. 유물에는 엄청난 잠재력이 있다. 그 힘으로 모든 마법사는 물론 이 세상의 혜택을 누릴 수 있다. 하지만 그 진가를 깨닫기 위해 들여야 하는 어둠의 희생이 너무 클지도 모른다. 좀 더 알아내기 전까지는 이 유물을 움직여서는 안 된다.
Sebastian, the relic. Look.
이게 유물이야? 그냥 해골이잖아.
Could it be?
그지 같은. 오, 레벨업했다. 오, 물약이 여기저기 있었군.
Revelio.
저기도 더 있었네. 뭐 좀 먹고 와야겠다. 싸우느라고 하나도 못 먹었어. 아유 지금 여기 그게 다 남아있네. 나의 전투 흔적이 다 남아있어. 오늘 상태가 안 좋으니 적당히 하고 꺼야겠다. 이거는 열면 뭐가 나오냐? 검이 나오냐?
Revelio. The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
노노 크루시오. 아 이거.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to
이
Feldcroft.
자식 저주받을 것 같은데.
I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
저 사람 있다. 걔 걔잖아. 친구 아니야?
Is that ominous?
얘 이거 어떻게 알고 왔지?
Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help.
얘 왠지 흑막일 것 같아.
I'm sorry,
무서워.
ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
이래도 되나?
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
어떻게 해야 되지? 근데 나 저 유물 갖고 가기 싫긴 해. 너무 불길하게 생겼잖아. 그리고 뭐 이렇게 해서 일이 안 되면 뭐 다른 방법이 생겨. 좋아, 세바스찬과 대화해보자.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact.
결국
Let's
나한테
trust him to
화내는
know
거야, 이
what's
녀석?
best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic.
역시
I'll not say a word more.
역시 유물을 갖고 가는 거였구나.
I hope I don't regret this.
그래도 뭐
Sebastian, we're ready.
허락 받았어.
What is it?
가자고.
I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
친구 하나 설득 못한 머저리 같으라고.
Revelio.
친해진 지 얼마 안 된 내가 설득하는 게 맞.
Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Crucio. Elysius. Tego. Stupefy.
죽도록 해.
Confringo. Confringo.
그럼 뭐야?
Glacius. Crucio. Confringo. Bombarda. Glacius. Confringo. Confringo. Bombarda.
왜 거미줄 안 없어져?
Revelio.
아, 10명 거미 나오겠네 여기. 그래도 열어야겠지?
Accio.
새끼 거미였네.
Revelio.
일단은 여기 방이 작아 보니까 여기부터 어떡하지? 어우, 세바스찬 검인 줄 알았잖아.
Revelio.
고문왕이라니. 크루시오. 나 크루시오 맘에 들어. 됐나? 다 먹었나? 잘 먹었다. 저쪽에 뭐가 되게 많아. 안 먹어. 짱 많잖아. 왜 그랬대? 여기 뭐야?
Confringo.
프리암.
Revelio.
저쪽 어디 가는 거야? 안 갈래. 난 이제 이 카타콤에서 나가고 싶어.
Well, what happened back there?
Omnis and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll
여기로
change
가는
his
게
mind.
맞아?
Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this
맞으니까
chance.
얘가 말하고
That the
있겠지.
relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
근데 이거 1회차 끝내고 나도 2회차는 후프후프였는 레번클로 할까봐. 나도
I never
아즈카반
wanted to
가고
keep all
싶어.
this from Ominous. He just
범죄자들의
doesn't
꿈 아니야?
understand.
아즈카반.
And I didn't want to worry him all
성적
over
뭐지?
again.
Revelio.
여기 어찌 들어가지? 너무 들어가고 싶게 생겼잖아. 뭐야 여기? 개 맛있게 생겼잖아. 저 돌무대기 뭐지? 밀 수 있나?
Leviosa.
아니야?
Accio.
우와, 근데? 부셔.
Bombada.
됐다. 아니 수감자가 꿈이라는 게 아니고 거기서 이제 나를 잡으러 올 만큼 뭐든지 제가 배운 게 있습니다. 뭐든지 1등 하랬어요.
Revelio.
나쁘든 좋든.
Accio.
저 불을 내야 되나?
I need to find a safe way across.
안전하게 건널 수 있는 방법.
Accio.
이거 불을 붙일 수 있나 있어야 되는데. 잠깐. 날벌레.
Confringo.
어우 왜?
Revelio. Lumos.
아 어쨌든. 아 아파.
Lumos. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Accio.
뭐
Lumos.
누르는 거야?
Leviosa.
뼈가 더 필요한 건가?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
뼈가 더 있었네. 뭐 어떻게 하는 건데? 뭐 어떻게 하는 건데? 뭐? 아 이렇게 떨어졌구나. 아. 여기서 뼈 데려와.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
와. 모자라. 계열받네. 더 있었어?
Lumos. Accio.
3번 좀 그만 눌러. 여긴 뼈가 없잖아. 뭐야? 뼈 주세요. 뼈가 모자란데? 어? 뼈가 모자란데?
Accio.
아 아파.
Lumos.
어? 저 뼈 하나 들고 온 거임 지금? 뼈 하나 어디 갔어? 아 여기 있네. 아이고 여기 계셨군요. 왜 제 눈에 띄지 않으신 거죠?
Wingardium Leviosa.
왜 이렇게 돌아가는 거야?
Rickety Bone Bridge complete.
됐어? 아 됐다. 아 됐다. 휴.
Revelio.
보물 넌 내 거야. 좋겠다. 나랑 계속 함께여서 뼈로도 나랑 함께하라다니. 너네는 운이 좋구나.
Accio.
열어줘. 그렇지 않다. 됐다. 휴. 세바스 어딨어? 잘 따라오는구나. 아 집에 어떻게 가지? 나 이거 지도가 어렵다. 여긴가? 오 맞나봐 맞나봐. 아닌가? 맞겠지? 몰라 일단 달려봐. 맞나봐 맞나봐. 다행이다. 여러분의 척추, 갈비뼈, 골반뼈, 무릎뼈 잘 쓰겠습니다.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
접어서 쓰는 거였냐고. 왜 사용 불가야? 걸어가야 돼? 젠장. 비쌌으면 안 돼? 아 젠장. 그럼 길로 갈 필요 없는 거 아니야? 나만의 길을 구축해.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her.
너만 입 다물면 돼 임마.
Oh no, this isn't good.
왜?
What is it?
불타는 거야 마을?
Over there, by the hamlet.
란록의 추종자들로부터
Feldcroft's in trouble.
펠드크로프
They're under
지키기?
attack.
Let's hurry.
내 지팡이에서 불 나오게 생겼네.
Easily diagnosed. I've been fighting this before.
I'm handling it.
Kill spells glance off of me.
아우 잘 죽네. 아우 개피한테 고생 없어. 하필이면 졌대. 임페리오? 써도 되는 거야? 안 되잖아. 저거 어둠의 마법인데? 비겁하다니 물약도 하나의 재능입니다만.
Boy, what have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no
그럼
doubt.
동생이 죽게 돼버려도요.
Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
저렇게 한다고? 아니 살려줬는데?
What did my uncle
이게
expect
맞아?
me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
이거 어떻게 말해줘야 되냐? 난 어둠의 마법사로서 넌 옳은 일을 한 거야.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps
나
I can help to ease the
외교관이니?
tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
껄껄껄껄껄껄. 아우 삼촌도 좀 그렇다 근데. 좀 먼저 그래도 얘네 구했구나. 하지만 그거는 하지 말았어야지. 뭐 이래야지. 넌 너무 멀리 간 거다. 이제 우리를 찾지 말아도 뭐 말을 이렇게 해. 얘한테 그래도 애자는 어쨌든 얘도 10대 아니요. 한창 엇나갈 때 아니요?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even
이 아저씨
against our
깜빡했네
enemies.
근데.
What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is
크루시오
to come
마렵네.
nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark
아저씨한테 제일
magic,
먼저 쓸
I will
거예요.
notify the headmaster immediately.
이렇게 끝난다고?
Why, Sebastian?
이렇게 해도 되는 거야? 난 저 아저씨가 싫어. 저주할 거다. 진짜 어이가 없네. 내가 지금 몇 번의 크루시오를 썼는데 아저씨한테 크루시오 어렵네. 열받아. 얘 어딨어? 개 멀리 있네? 껄껄껄껄. 씨 뭐야? 연날리기 하고 있는 이 녀석들 깜짝이야. 근데 약간 나도 무슨 몸 나타난 줄 알고 깜짝 놀랐네. 얘가 어디지? 저 자식 어디들? 문이 어딨지? 겨울이라 눈이 온 호그와트.
Even Ferdinand Octavius Braddock's own pride of place.
아, 이 자식 어디 있는 거야?
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium. Never again.
아, 여기구나.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
내가
Well,
못했다.
what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft, nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely
되게
mistaken.
여동생한테
He also
집착한다.
said he cannot
이렇게까지.
excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought, she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
자식 엄청 믿고 나대네.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by
얘랑
me through all of this.
친구하기를 잘못한 것 같은데. 근데 물론 얘 덕분에
send you an
어둠의
hour when I have
마법을
news.
잘 배웠지만 슬슬 손절할 때 된 것 같은데. 맞아, 마지막 것도 배우긴 배워야 되는데 아 약간 아니 애가 너무 난 저렇게 맹목적인 건 좀 무섭거든? 너무 어떻게 해서든 뭐 나랑 애를 떨어뜨릴 수 없어 뭐 나는 이걸 계속 할 거야 막 이렇게 이게 너무 맹목적이라고 좀 무섭다. 빼먹을 거 빼먹고 접겠습니다 저 녀석. 안 될 것 같아. 좀 이렇게 계속 가면 위험할 것 같아. 포피랑 대화해야겠군. 아, 가기 전에 우리 비밀의 방 좀 갑시다. 도극강은 죽어서도 척추로라도 저랑 함께 하셔야 합니다. 아시겠어요? 개굴딱지로 만들어줘도 또 뭐야? 뭐 할라 했지? 아이템. 하여튼 우리 애들 이상해. 상호작용 준비가 안 됐지. 아, 밥을 먹고 있구나. 잘못 넣었다. 아이고.
Everything's all right now.
아니야. 여기서 더 키워야지. 오자마자 밥 먹는 이런 것도 다 돈이란 말이야. 배식소도 설치하고 얼마나 바빠한데 내가. 일단 했으면 됐고 이제 새끼 비껴주러 가야겠다. 교배가 가능하더라고. 그래서 교배를 시키라고 해서 그런 퀘스트 있어서 교배를 또 시켰죠. 어디 갔어? 새끼야. 밥은 니들이 알아서 먹어. 먹이통 있잖아. 밥 알아서 먹어. 아유 정말 귀찮게 하네.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
밥 먹어 빨리. 그치? 디크 어딨을 때다.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we both can see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deek's master ordered Deek to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts that Master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deek had ever seen. Deek begged Master to leave her be. When Deek hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deek had to punish himself. As Deek punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deek suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deek could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deek stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
자업자득이 아니야.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deek never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even Master. Deek often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deek feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deek can make amends for what came before.
이제 또 포피한테 가봅시다. 근데 골룸이 아니 저 뭐라고 하지? 집요정 애들은 어떻게 다 저렇게 생겼나 모르겠네. 집요정도 종족인 건가?
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness.
우리가
But they were
생각하는
at her
요정은
house,
팅커벨.
our
근데
house.
실제
They
요정들은
assumed I'd sent the
집요정.
egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
If your gran's all right, and they didn't get the egg, then perhaps we're fine.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
스니젯이 뭐야?
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has
골든
rotational
스니칩 이런
wings that allow it to
것처럼
dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected
제발
at
저
all
끝나기
costs.
전에.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
좀 템이 많으니 호그 스미드 가서 좀 팔봅시다. 아니거든요. 원래 하지 말라는 거 이렇게 할 수 있을 때 하는 게 좋지 않겠습니까? 진짜 내가 마법사면 안 했지.
For delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble. Hear you found a bit of treasure in the forest. Was never one for adventure myself. I hope to see you again.
모를 일이지만 그렇게 모를 일은 아닐걸? 난 내 보름초를 왜 못 키우는 거야? 난 보름초가 없어. 나 이제 이거 해야겠구만. 저긴 어디야?
Wonder who lives here.
여기 누가 사냐고?
Revelio.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
치즈릭 엄청 그건가 보다. 채팅창마저 치즈릭은 지금 초기화됐어 갑자기. 엄청 끊기나 보네.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis and the
오늘은
catacomb,
치즈릭
not to mention
상태가
my
안
uncle's
좋아서
reaction,
계속
that I'd
보시려면
almost
편히
forgotten what it
보시려면
was that
유튜브로
struck me about that
보십시오.
triptych. This is the view painted on
어떻게
the canvas
유튜브는
that was
안
left on
끊기고
it.
나오는
That's
걸까?
incredible.
아 지금
You
치즈릭
know
다
this very
날라갔어.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby,
아니
surrounded by
치즈릭이
Ranrock's
그래도
loyalists.
계속
Do you
나한테
think there's a
채팅이
connection
남아있었거든.
to the
근데 지금 다
I have no
날라갔어.
idea. But perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
발각되지 않은 편 좋지 않을까?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
나 뭐 또 앞장서라고 이 자식이.
There they are, up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
We're close to a breakthrough.
지구 또 열리라는 거.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
죽여야겠지 어쩔 수 없이.
Hibicus Totalis.
Who is it?
Who's there?
뭘 할 수 있니 너네가.
Oh well, better be.
It won't be long now before we find another repository. Up for a bit of dice.
아, 나. 아. 다 죽였어? 또 뭐가 남아있는 것 같지? 아니 공격마 최고의 방어는 뭐다? 공격이다. 제가 공격 마법만 쓰는 이유 그것입니다. 아시겠어요? 난 지금 최고의 방어를 하고 있는. 최고의 방어는 공격이다. 아, 왜 이렇게 방금 말했냐? 똑바로? 몰라. 저건 안 먹어도 되겠다. 당연하지. 내 안전을 위해서라면.
This is going well.
알고 있어,
We
임마.
make a good team.
We do at that.
Once
처음에는
again, we could
어쨌든
fight our way
이렇게
through
가잖아.
or be discreet.
하지만 잡을 거예요.
You know
왜냐?
which one
탭을
I'd
주기
choose?
때문이죠.
Ready to fight.
잘못 눌렀어.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is.
Revelio.
And that was relatively fun.
아니, 슬리데리는 인재를 얻은 거야. 날 배려놓은 게 아니라. 슬리데리는 인재를 얻었다. 든든해졌다. 맛있다.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
오래전에 거미 때문에
How
폐가사했다.
nice.
그놈의
Nothing I
거미
haven't seen
진짜
before.
이 호그와트에 거미가
That's the spirit.
너무 많아.
Revelio.
Silent.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Nothing over here. Why is it crap?
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Confringo.
길이
Revelio.
이거 나 뛸 수 있나? 뛸 수 있나? 됐다.
Revelio. I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
나 뭘 어쩔 수 있는데.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
고블린 죽은 것 같은데.
Confringo!
안 가도 되는 거 아니야? 허허허허.
Wingardium Leviosa! Revelio. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
아, 상자가 있구나. 아니, 비켜. 제가 어쌔신 크리드 했을 때도 느꼈지만 정말 암살에는 재능이 없습니다. 아시죠? 자주 보신 분은 알겠죠. 저는 암살자는 절대 못할 거라는 거. 어디로 가? 자리를 만들었으니까 여기겠지. 허허허허허. 왜 이렇게 고블린들이 죽어있나? 왜?
Bombarda! Glacier! Confringo! Crucio!
아, 이거 있었잖아?
Confringo! Revelio!
거기 상자가 있었어. 안 먹을래. 귀찮은 공간이 있고.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
상자 있긴 한데. 잠깐만, 저쪽 가야 되는데 여기 한번 들려. 아, 오, 아, 으. 아, 오. 별거 아니고. 별거 아닌 보상 얻었어.
Lumos.
별거 아니지. 또 거미? 또 거미? 씨. 밑에 고블린이 있다.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
How nice of you to stop by. I won't rest. You are postponed.
We're not finished yet.
언제 이렇게 있었어? 아야. 아유, 못 눌렀다. 어머, 나 죽었어? 계열받네. 오랜만에 죽어보는군. 뒤졌다. 나 물약 빨았다.
Bring me a dozen humans. One less human to worry about. I won't rest until dead.
We're not finished yet.
It's almost...
열심히 했네.
Don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teaming
마스
with it.
터지는 줄 알았네.
We're much more fun to fight with.
숨도 안 쉬고 딜했네. 사실 딜보다 구르기 더 많이 한 것 같지. 이거 어디야? 여기 문 열려면 이거 해야 되네? 이런 거 분명히 몇 개 더 필요하단 말이지. 그럼 하나 저 위에 있다.
Not sure what I did to deserve that. A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never need to look for it. Levioso.
하나, 둘, 셋, 세 개. 오케이.
Confringo.
아니 저거.
Wasn't expecting that.
너무 쉽죠?
We must remain unseen.
아, 이사도라의 위치? 세상이 마치 뿌연 연못 속에 있는 것처럼 내게 떠올랐다. 난 얼마나 의식을 잃고 있었던 것일까. 그 남자의 눈밖에 기억나지 않는다. 텅 빈 눈, 슬픔으로 텅 비었지만 또한 고통이 사라지는 광경을 보면서 느꼈던 희열감이 기억난다. 하지만 그 순간부터 모든 것이 달라지기 시작했다. 난 추락하면서 머리를 부딪혔던 게 분명하다. 느낌도 없고 상처도 안 보이지만 욱신거리는 통증이 있다. 설마 흑사병은 아니기만을 바란다. 적어도 그 남성이 이제 고통에서 벗어났다. 왜 일찍 이제까지 한 개도 못 얻었지?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this
해골을 왜 이렇게
mystery.
쌓아놓은 거야?
Another passageway. We should search the room first.
이게 통로야? 아. 뭔가 표식이 자꾸 있는데 이거 외워야 할까?
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after
이거
all.
외워야 되는 거 아니겠지?
Still,
못 외우겠어.
something about this place feels odd.
Revelio.
된 레벨리오. 세바스찬을 확인하세요.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to
호그와트 갈
Hogwarts.
거야.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit.
아, 이거 완전 맨
Please tell me you
처음에
recognize the
발견했던
location in
거.
this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
왜? 어딨어?
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
아씨 이거 나 얘한테 왜 다 말하는 거야?
A
말하지
friendly
뭐.
goblin.
이왕 말하기
He wants
시작하면
no
그냥 다
part in
말하지 뭐.
Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins.
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft?
이 자식도
Have you
깜빡해.
forgotten the
지삼촌이랑
mine we
똑같은
just went
놈이었네.
through?
진짜 내가
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
아브라카다브라만
Why would I listen
배우면
to someone so ignorant?
너 손절한다.
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying.
뺨 한 대 갈기를 땐 주먹질이나.
Unbelievable.
너 결투대로 올라와. 진짜 열받아. 올라와 자식. 고장난 거 봐. 꼴 좋다 이 자식아.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
꼴 좋다 이 자식아. 아 개웃기네.
I believe my next room upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
좋았어. 5편 더 올라나? 안 오는 거. 교순 지도 내실 이걸 하러 가야겠다. 지팡이 업그레이드를 하러 가볼까요? 고블린밥. 내가 저 녀석 간이고 쓸기고 빼먹은 다음에 진짜 골불린 밥으로 던져준다.
Cheeky tourists wandering around a bit.
나 돈 있나 근데?
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special
4,000원
price on
너무
the broom
비싸
upgrade
아저씨.
for you.
이 아저씨 진짜 나한테 싸게 팔아줄 의사가 전혀 없잖아.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
열받네. 안타깝지만 오늘 빗자루는 못했다고 합니다. 4,000원 모을 때까지 가만히 있어야겠다. 이거 세 번째 파수꾼의 시험 위치를 할 것 같다. 그치? 하는 거 보니까. 고로 오늘은 여기까지 하겠습니다.